coverage you can count on. You're watching WTVM News Leader 9. Sponsored by Montlick & Associates, Columbus Injury Attorneys.
No fooling, we're tracking some hefty thunderstorms moving through the valley for this morning. How long will this stuff stick around? I'll let you know coming up next.
On the roadways here in Phoenix City, Alabama, and in Columbus, we'll tell you what the roads are looking like, show you, as you can see, some rain falling on the street right now as rush hour is just ahead. We'll have that in just a few minutes.
Every day he stays in office is another day that we got to recreate our image.
One Alabama lawmaker says he has ironclad evidence the governor misused state funds. And the latest details on this developing story, hear how he says Robert Bentley is hurting the state.
Hello there and welcome into News Leader 9 Morning, Friday edition. I'm Chuck Leonard.
I'm Cheryl Renee. We will start with team coverage this morning as overnight storms are making an impact on people throughout the valley this morning.
News Leader 9's Brandon Sejo is keeping an eye on road conditions. He's actually driving around. We'll get to him in a moment. First, the latest on what it's doing today. Here's Greg.
Thanks. Yeah, I've been here about 2 o'clock this morning. Derek and I were tag teaming with a tornado warning earlier about 3 o'clock over in Taylor County, but haven't seen anything since. All we're getting right now is just some pretty hefty rains and thunderstorms moving through the area right now as we're looking at the heaviest rain now getting into Columbus on the north side of town, looking at portions of southern portions south of Hamilton, also getting some heavy rains and some thunder and lightning over toward Tableton. So again, watch out for the heavy rains as it moves on through, and we're expecting several rounds of this at least up to about midnight tonight before we finally get things to clear on out. Now, we are looking at the current watches. This goes until 7 o'clock, and this may get extended out. We're waiting to see what the Storms Prediction Center are going to do. They're talking about possibly extending that for right now. As we take a look at the current temperature, we've warmed up to 71. We've gone from 65 to 71 over the last few hours. That may be indicative of some warming and some lifting taking place to help kind of stir up those storms a little bit more. As we take a look at what's going on right now across Alabama and Georgia, we're looking at that slight risk for severe weather staying in place until we get things to clear, probably until about late tonight, and then we'll see a nice looking weekend. Air travel delays, obviously Columbus is being impacted. Atlanta, Hartsville, Jackson may also be impacted with the storms this morning. Currently 64 degrees there. As we take a look at our school bus forecast, once it starts raining again, I expect the temperature to drop back down into the middle upper 60s for this morning. So moms, make sure the kids have the umbrellas and have the raincoats for handy. And then driving home, I'll keep the traffic yellow alert up because we could still see some more thunderstorms out there with high temperatures topping out into the middle 70s. When we come back next, we'll take a look at your business travel forecast.
Greg, thank you much. 2 minutes now past 6 o'clock. Folks in west and central Alabama have some cleaning up to do this morning. This is the aftermath in Montgomery, from where you can see heavy winds are responsible for bringing trees down. So far, the storm is responsible for damage to several homes across Alabama. Fortunately, no injuries have been reported due to the bad weather.
You can always follow severe weather on your own by downloading the free News Leader 9 weather app. You can also get updates sent directly to your phone. Just text your county name to 40909. And still to come on News Leader 9 Morning, more on the aftermath of the storm. On Good Morning America, Steve Osasami will have a live report on what's next for people across the South.
We ask you to look at your television right now. Happening now, Columbus police are searching for this truck. It is believed that the vehicle hit 14-year-old Ari Phillips, killing her. The truck is described as a burgundy or crimson with damage to the front right fender, hood, and windshield. It has chrome step rails and alloy wheels. Phillips was struck Sunday night on Middleton Road. She died Wednesday from her injuries. Anyone with information is asked to contact Columbus Police. You can find the number and more pictures of the truck on our website, wtvm.com, on the homepage.
We are learning more about the developing story surrounding Alabama Governor Robert Bentley this morning. The State House Minority Leader says he has ironclad evidence that the governor misused state funds. Representative Craig Ford claims Governor Bentley and Rebecca Mason were breaking the law when using a state airplane to facilitate their alleged relationship. And Ford says the organization paying Mason was collecting money from special interest groups, which may have influenced decisions.
We worry about is the reasons that we were in special sessions, it was Medicaid. And I hope that we find out that it's not Medicaid related is why we're in so many special sessions, and that's why we're saying we need another special session, that may be where the dark money is coming from.
Calling for the governor's resignation, and Robert Bentley was at Tutwiler Prison yesterday to once again push for prison reform. He also spoke about the allegations where he denied being in a physical relationship.
I just want the people of Alabama to know that there is nothing there, there's nothing illegal, there is nothing that's ever been done that would affect the people of Alabama and affect my job.
Mason resigned from her position as the governor's top political aide Wednesday. And during an interview with the New York Times, Bentley confirmed Mason has access to a safe deposit box should he pass away.
Now to Georgia, where the legislature probably will not go into special session. Lawmakers had been pushing for that after Governor Nathan Deal vetoed the state's religious freedom bill. Lieutenant Governor Casey Cagle says getting enough votes to override that veto would not be possible. Republican leaders say they are ready for a fresh start on this issue next year.
5 after 6, we are following the developing story from Richmond, Virginia, where police are trying to learn why a man shot and killed a state trooper. Former Marine Chad Dermeyer is one of 3 people shot at a Greyhound bus station. He passed away. This morning, 2 women are still recovering from the shooting. Officers say the state trooper approached a man inside the station, and that's when he pulled out a gun and fired. The gunman was shot and killed by authorities soon after.
It is now 6 minutes after 6 o'clock. 3 separate agencies are honoring a local man with a statewide award given to Georgians with disabilities. News Leader 9's Irisha Jones tells us more about this hearing impaired man who is succeeding despite all of his challenges.
Eddie Santiago is hearing impaired, but tells us that won't stop him from leading a life as close to normal as possible. He was able to speak with us through his interpreter.
I have to let them know that I'm deaf. I don't really read lips well, so we'll get out paper and pencil and try to write to each other.
Santiago is employed through PowerWorks Industry, an affiliate organization of Goodwill Southern Rivers. The company provides jobs for people with disabilities through contract custodial and ground maintenance services on Fort Benning. Santiago has been working with the company for 2 years. And because of his hard work, the 27-year-old was recognized with the statewide Working Wonders Award, picking up his award in Atlanta last week.
I'm just really happy. It's like, wow, I've worked so hard and it's really paid off. It was such a surprise to get it.
The award recognizes people with disabilities who work and who are valuable to their team members and valuable to their employer.
His award comes in time to help bring awareness to National Death History Month, which is celebrated from March 13th to April 15th. Reporting from Fort Benning, Irisha Jones for News Leader 9.
7.5 minutes now past the hour. We continue our team coverage with Brandon Sehu. He is in Phoenix City right now, headed west on Highway 280. Tell us about the conditions, Brandon.
Good morning, Chuck. The conditions are wet. The rain's starting to pick up a little bit, as Greg was saying earlier in weather, and you can see the cars are going about normal pace, about 45 miles an hour out here. But we do want to remind you, if you are heading out and it is going to be wet conditions like we have this morning during rush hour, give yourself a little bit more time, have a little bit more room. It is wet out here. We saw a lot of lightning in the past half hour. I haven't seen any in the past few minutes, but the road is wet. It's slick. When you go to brake, you can feel that the traction isn't quite there when it's dry. So, you know, it is coming down here a little bit more heavy than it was in the first half hour. I got my windshield wipers on, trying to make sure that I can see. Make sure your lights are on bright and you can see in front of you, and give yourself just a little bit of extra time here this morning. As you can see, the road is starting to, or the rain rather, is starting to pick up now. I'm going to make sure I'm focusing on driving here and stay safe. This rain is really coming down in the past 10 seconds. Cars you're going to see are start going a little bit slower. But, you know, Chuck and Cheryl, we'll go ahead and send things back to you. Keep an eye out here in Phoenix City as we drive into, it looks like, the heart of the storm.
Well, do drive carefully, Brandon.
Yes, definitely so. Thank you so much for that live report on what the weather conditions look like.
Yeah, let's get more from Greg right now.
Yeah, one thing about when you're watching thunderstorms, you can kind of tell how intense the storm is by how much lightning is in it. And the most intense lightning is moving into Talbot County. That's moved up into Harris earlier, seeing there. And then also seeing another cluster of storms. This was moving up to the northeast, getting ready to move into Bullitt County. And we'll see if this makes it into Russell County as it's moving northeast along that line. This is kind of moving more west to east, but I'm noticing storms down here coming more from the southwest to the northeast. So I'll be tracking that here for this morning as we're going to be dealing with some gusty winds and some hefty thunderstorms for this morning. Now, what we're currently seeing with the watches, this is the current tornado watch until 7 o'clock. It may be replaced with a new watch box. I'm waiting to see what the Storms Prediction Center is going to do. They're talking about it right now, as I'm kind of online talking to the Weather Service folks right now. And we're currently looking at, again, that severe risk. I think it'll stay with us for most of today. So this area here in yellow is what you're going to watch for the potential for more active weather. As we watch for the storm front to clear, if you have any business travel plans taking you out of town, the eastern seaboard will be the areas where you're going to see the biggest delays. Most of the nation not looking all that bad. Currently at the Columbus airport with showers and thunderstorms, 71 degrees. We've warmed up 6 degrees in the last 2 hours. More storms possible forward today. And again, Atlanta, Hartsville, Jackson could also be impacted forward today at 64 degrees and even heading up to New York City. So anywhere heading where the storm system's moving in, Charlotte down to Columbia, watch out there. And also heading up toward Washington, D.C. potentially for some weather-related delays. Here's our forecast. Stormy and wet. Take the umbrella with you today, with temperatures in the 60s and 70s. Should top out around 76 for an afternoon high. We come back next. We'll take a look at the weekend forecast and see how that's shaping up.
Greg, thank you much. It is approaching 11 minutes past 6, and still to come on News Leader 9 Morning. 2 America's business owners switched to solar power, and they say it is already paying off. Stick around to hear that story coming up.
And all new in the next half hour of News Leader 9 Morning, the mayor of Phoenix City is preparing to do a major random act of kindness. We'll tell you what that is.
Junior with your Fix It and Finish It tip of the day. Before you buy a new doorknob, take off your old one with a Phillips screwdriver. Remove the 2 screws that hold the knob in place. Both knobs should come off along with the plate. A square steel peg that connects the knobs will come out too. Slide the latch out, remove the screws that attach it, and take off the strike plate. Now you're ready to go doorknob shopping. Take your old knob and hardware with you to make sure your new one fits perfectly. This is a do-it-yourself project I know you can handle. I'm Antonio Sabato Jr. for Fix It and Finish It.
Fix It and Finish It, weekdays at 10:30, 9:30 Central on WTVM News Leader 9.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Here at Headquarters Nissan, we're driven every day by what our great nation stands for. And we're proud to support local organizations and charities that show us what our great nation stands for. Thank you for your support, and God bless America.
Watch Inside Edition tonight at 7 on WTVM.
As a mom, I want the best for my family, but in the kitchen, it can be tough. Finding healthy food that they actually enjoy isn't always easy. That's why I use Springer Mountain Farms chicken. It's raised to American Humane Certified standards, so it's 100% natural and has 0 additives. So if you're looking for a healthy, delicious option for your family, try Springer Mountain Farms. They'll love it.
Springer Mountain Farms chicken. Ask for it at your local grocery.
I don't know what I'm doing. I can't find anything.
Just when I think it's just not going to work, this woman that works there comes over and asks,
Could I help you?
And he was so happy to do it.
Amazing, right?
I never would have expected, would have thought
that anyone would find that.
Do that.
Make that.
Go out of their way for me. Right then, right there. I couldn't believe it.
He was so helpful.
I know it's such a
small thing. Little thing.
Simple thing.
But it made me smile.
Made me happy.
Made my day.
Share your story. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
With a heavy-duty welded steel deck and patented smooth track steering, the Hustler Raptor zero-turn mower doesn't play around. It's got the power to turn your weekend to-do list into your weekend to-done list. The legendary Hustler Raptor family starting at just $27.99. Tools, not toys. For easy blade changing and cleaning at the push of a button, get the Raptor Flip-Up from Hustler.
Did you know Gill's Auto Sales has 6 great locations in Columbus, Phoenix City, and Opelika? Did you know Gill's Auto Sales has been in business for 30 years? Did you know Gill's offers the Prestige Collection at Gill's at Northlake in Columbus and Highway 280 in Opelika, featuring late-model, low-mileage vehicles with low-rate bank financing? Did you know Gill's sold over 500 vehicles in February? Come see why.
Gotta get to Gill's. Gotta get to Gill's.
Wild Bill's Party Shop,
goes great with life. Life is made of moments, each is different in its way. Some are just fantastic, some are plain old everyday. This is your life, and this is your store. This is great value, no one gives you more. Wild Bill's Party Shop goes great with life.
Watch The Doctors today at 4 on WTVM.
Alert Center, WTVM meteorologist Greg Majeski.
All right, you're waking up to the sound of showers and thunderstorms all across the valley this morning. Just one of those mornings you just want to stay in bed and just not get up and just listen to the rain falling. But we're watching the most intense thunderstorms over near the Thomaston area, stretching back through Columbus, Phoenix City, down into Russell County, and down into Bullitt County. A little cluster of lightning coming in there. And this is continuing to move off toward the east. And boy, we're just getting some very heavy rains. I'm going to go in really close here to Muskogee County here. As you can see, some of the heavier rains up on the north bypass, heading down 185, looking awfully wet. Not as too bad on the south side, a little bit not as heavy down this way, but again, expect on and off heavy rains probably to linger through most of the rush hour forward this morning, so please be careful. Check out the rainfall rates here. This is the last 12 hours. Look at the purple showing up in here. This is areas 3 inches plus up to the north of us in a very short amount of time. So, again, localized flash flooding will be a problem. We're under a flash flood watch that continues up till about midnight tonight. Now, looking at the current conditions, we right now have warmed up to 71 degrees. We were up 65 just a couple hours ago, and then it started coming back up as those storms were coming on in. 73 in Eufaula right now, as we're going to be tracking another round of storms moving through this morning, and we're expecting the possibility of more thunderstorms continuing into this afternoon and ending hopefully by around midnight. At least that's what the models are showing right now. Now, Tupelo, they've dropped off. They're at 54 degrees behind the cold front, but notice it's 72 degrees in Vidalia as well as Albany and 68 degrees in Montgomery. As we take a look at Futurecast, again, showing the stuff this morning and then showing some more stuff coming up in here for this afternoon, and then another round coming in heading into tonight. So it looks like 3 separate rounds of rain. But once this moves on through, Saturday improves out. Saturday will be nice. We'll see clearing skies, sunshine, cooler temperatures. So I know we got some proms going on across town. Saturday night should be okay there for the kids heading out and looking pretty good as we head into early next week. Rainfall amounts, as you've already seen, we've already seen a lot of it, and we're going to throw some more up on top of this, especially south of town. Look at Albany over to Dothan, upwards of 4 to 5 inches of rain, additional rain possible there. Here's a look at our zone forecast here for the next 9 days, your 909 forecast, as we're seeing temperatures drop off. Look at that, only upper 60s on Sunday, staying dry next week, and then unusually cool or cold heading into the following weekend.
All right, thanks, Greg. 17 after the hour. A few business owners in America say recent decisions to start using solar power are paying off. Solar power is produced by collecting sunlight and converting it into electricity. This is done by using solar panels. The businessmen noticed a large reduction in their power bills, some up to $2,000. Dr. Sam Hopper installed 55 units on his vet office last October. He says other businesses should look into this technology.
Well, here's a question for people living in bigger cities. Which one has the better prices, Whole Foods or Trader Joe's? A bank analyst compared the prices at both. According to her report, Trader Joe's was 21% cheaper. Of the 77 items tested, which included a mix of perishable items, private label products, and non-food items, Trader Joe's had the lower price on 70 of those items. Whole Foods offered a lower price on just 7 of the products. Now you know.
Now you know.
It is 6:18.
Still ahead on News 8 to 9 Morning, controversy surrounding the Religious Freedom Bill is making its rounds. We'll tell you how a lot of people in Missouri are responding.
Plus, folks who live in Columbus gathered to come up with tips on how to best get rid of eyesores in the neighborhood. This story is just moments away.
Thunder in the Valley Air Show, April 16th and 17th at the Columbus Airport. It's altitude with attitude. Watch world aerobatic champion Rob Holland in a runway race with a fire-breathing jet-powered semi-truck called Homewrecker. Plus, we've got the Vampire Fighter Jet, Hot Wire Harry, and the Great Escape Comedy Act. Vintage planes and vehicles, kids carnival, helicopter and plane rides, great food and family fun. Get your discount tickets now at thunderinthevalleyairshow.com.
Big news from AutoNation.
Drive a new 2016 Lincoln MKC or MKZ. Your choice, $365 a month. Sign and drive at AutoNation Lincoln, Auburn.
What does a guy like me enjoy more than juicy beef, butter, and tender steak? This price. The new buttery steak burger, only $1.99. Checkers and Rallies. Fast foodies know the deal.
Meet Shelley. She can make a Labradoodle look like, well, either one. And she's a marketer. All it took was constant contact. Thanks to Shelley's emails, all her clients have wagging tails. Try it free at ConstantContact.com.
I'm a lawyer spokesperson. This is an important message for anyone who took the prescription drug Xarelto or Pradaxa and had a serious bleeding event. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered from a serious bleeding event,
call 800-219-0135 immediately.
Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious internal bleeding, stroke, and death.
Call 800-219-0135 immediately.
You may be entitled to compensation. Call now for a free consultation.
You asked for it, and we got it. At Columbus Kia Autosport. Drive home a new 2016 Kia Forte sedan, only $13,900, or pay $144 per month. Plus, we need trades, so we'll take any trade-in any condition at Columbus Kia Autosport.
My time is precious to me, and I don't want to spend it talking to a computer about car insurance. That's why I love Georgia Farm Bureau. I can just call and talk to my agent directly. Their agents care about the same things I do because they're from here. I like that. They're 100% owned by Georgia policyholders. With competitive rates and lots of coverage options, chances are they have a policy just for you.
Let us grow your trust. Georgia Farm Bureau Auto Insurance.
Kitchen cabinets? We've got it.
Flooring? We've got it.
Doors and windows? We've got it.
Bathrooms? We've got it.
The Surplus Warehouse 20% off sale is happening. Take an additional 20% off our already guaranteed lowest prices on your entire purchase. Hurry in. This deal can't be missed.
Come see how you can build more and spend less with Surplus Warehouse.
They've got it.
That's right. We've got it.
Watch Fix It and Finish It today at 10:30 on WTVM.
622, the war over the so-called religious liberty legislation has now hit Missouri.
Supporters of LGBT rights gathered outside the Missouri State Capitol, calling on state lawmakers to reject a proposed religious freedom amendment to the state's constitution.
The measure has already passed the state Senate in Missouri and is now under consideration by House members. Following the gathering yesterday, the group delivered more than 4,000 petitions opposing the proposal to the State House.
It is now 6:22.
All right, let's get a check of our weather and what it's doing out there, plus traffic. Here's Greg.
All right, definitely waking up to some very stormy weather out there right now. I'm getting reports here on Buena Vista Road as you're heading down toward 185 that some of the traffic lights in here are not working. So if you come across a traffic light that's not working, you treat it as a four-way stop. Just remind yourself of that if you come across a traffic light that is out. I want to take a live look at the Manchester Expressway on the Alpha Insurance cam, just to kind of show you what you're going to have to deal with this morning here. As you can see, it's just coming down with some pretty steady, moderate to occasionally heavy rains out there. So again, please be careful as you get out there on the roadways. Now looking at the traffic conditions so far, I have not seen any problems out there. 185 moving smoothly, but probably at a slower speed, as well as the J.R. Allen over to the north bypass in Phoenix City and through Phoenix City on 280. Everything's moving smoothly, but slower this morning. No accidents yet. Let's try to keep it that way. Macon Road also looking pretty good. Veterans Parkway and the Manchester Expressway all smooth. But again, and we're hearing the heavy rains here in Midtown, please be careful as you get out on those roadways. As we take a look at the radar, as soon as the computer got stuck, there we go. You're seeing a lot of this heavy rain coming on through the region right now. And this is going to look to be lingering for a while. It's starting to train now. It's not really pushing off to the south that much, and seeing a whole bunch more coming in from the southwest. So this is going to be lingering around for a while. Currently 71 degrees here in Columbus, and temperatures today will be on the warm side as we're going to deal with the clouds and the rain for most of this morning, and more rain is anticipated heading into this afternoon and tonight. So forecast looking like this. Red alert out there, obviously, with the showers and thunderstorms this morning, with temperatures upper 60s to around 70 and middle 70s for more rain expected this afternoon. Hey, don't forget your umbrella, and you know you can win your own umbrella, the old WTVM umbrella, which are really nice, just like Stephen from Midland. All you got to do is go online to WTVM.com/weather, click on that Win the Umbrella tab, and get your chance to win one of these great Golf Energy Savers umbrellas. We come back next, a little bit later, we'll take another look at the weekend forecast.
624 coming up on News Leader 9 Morning. People in South Georgia are being more proactive when it comes to severe weather.
How they are keeping everyone safe is just ahead. First, here's today's business break.
Hello there, and welcome to Business Break. I'm Maureen Akers, and with me today a very special guest, Larry Nelson with Larry's Beauty and Barber Supply. Larry, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Maureen, for having us.
Well, tell us, you guys have a really big anniversary coming up soon. Tell us all about it.
Yes, we are going to celebrate 16 years at this location in the beauty business. We look forward to giving 10% discount on Friday the 1st and Saturday the 2nd.
Okay, very good. So they can stop by your location and get that discount. Just say, hey, I heard about it on Business Break, right?
Correct.
Or I saw it on Business Break.
Correct.
So what sets Larry's Beauty and Barber Supply apart from the other beauty supply stores in town?
We give excellent customer service. I have 35 years of beauty experience, and people come in and they know that we're going to give them the best price, and we stand behind everything that we sell. We offer clipper repair. Some people's would throw away a clipper and not knowing it can be repaired, and we repair it for them. We replace the blades, we replace the cords, and we replace top case or whatever's needed to be done to the clippers.
Wow, very good. So that can save you a little bit of money, and definitely,
money.
Yeah, instead of throwing something away like that, you can reuse it, right?
It.
There you go.
Exactly.
Very good. And you've been involved in the community for quite a while, Larry. Tell us about some of the things that you do to help out.
Well, through me and my church brothers, we have a fish fry at my place twice a year. So we always invite the NAACP over to have a voting registration for people that in the neighborhood who's not registered to vote. We get them to vote. We are very committed to the beauty and barber supply beauticians of Columbus. We give donations. And we always give prizes when they have different functions and everything. And we also just known as Larry's on the corner.
Larry's on the corner.
Yep.
So speaking of that, let's tell the folks, I think some of the information has been up on the screen while we've been talking, but tell them, where is your corner? Where
Our
is that?
corner is 1147 Henry Avenue, Suite A. That's us at the corner of Henry Avenue and Marion Street.
Okay. And so now that you're Larry's Beauty and Barber Supply, you supply to the beauticians, but the general public can come in too as well, right?
General public can come in as well.
And they can buy the products that they need and such.
As much.
So you have that big anniversary, which is the
1st and 2nd.
1st and 2nd of April. Come in, say you saw it on Business Break, you get that
10% discount.
10% discount. Larry, you've been in the business for how many years?
35 years in the business.
35 years in the business. Fantastic.
Yes.
So that's Larry's Beauty and Barber Supply on the corner of Henry Avenue. Thank you so much for joining us, Larry, and I look forward to seeing you in the very next Business Break.
Thank you for having us.
Are they the unluckiest family in the world? Tragedy after tragedy.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
Or is there a murderer in the house? A family mystery, bizarre clues, and the most shocking discovery of all.
What's wrong with these people?
2020, tonight on ABC.
For a great deal on a new or used Chevrolet, come to Legacy Chevrolet Cadillac where you'll find it all. Luxury, roomy SUVs, sports cars, and trucks. Stop by today and let us help you find the perfect vehicle. Manchester Expressway next to Peachtree Mall.
Telephone companies have complicated deals with contracts and hidden fees. But with Spectrum Internet, we make it simple and affordable at $29.99 a month when bundled. And there's no contract.
No contract at all with Spectrum. Finally.
Spectrum Internet is the fastest you can get. At 20 times the speed of DSL, you'll easily have enough bandwidth for all your devices.
Our phones, tablets, all connected, and it's fast.
No slowdowns, no data caps, everything is perfect.
With Spectrum Internet, I'm getting more for my money.
Get Spectrum Internet for $29.99 a month. Call 844-883-2999. With Spectrum TV, you get free HD, and all your primetime shows are free on demand.
We can always watch what we want when we want it.
And Spectrum Voice is simply superior with no added taxes or fees.
And the bundle dropped our bill in half.
Get Spectrum, Internet, TV, and Voice. Just $29.99 a month each with no contracts. Call 844-883-2999.
Hi, I'm Lori McMurray. Nobody does low prices like McMurray Furniture. Take a look.
Over 100 mattress sets in stock starting at just $149. Over 100 made in the USA recliners in stock starting at just $299. How about the 7-piece Queen of Full-Size Bedroom Collection with a deluxe mattress set starting at just $899.
Nobody does it like McMurray Furniture. Your best prices, your best selection, and your best service.
McMurray Furniture. Oh, what a great idea.
For a great deal on a new or used Cadillac, come to Legacy Chevrolet Cadillac where you can find it all. Luxury cars and roomy SUVs. Stop by today and let us help you find the perfect vehicle. Manchester Expressway next to Peachtree Mall.
News Leader 9 is sponsored by Subway. Eat fresh.
Coverage you can count on. This is WTVM News Leader 9.
You're waking up to the sound of thunder and lightning out there as we're getting some heavy rains across the valley. Don't forget your umbrella. We'll have a look at that forecast coming up.
Here's a live look on 280 eastbound as rain continues to pour. As Greg said, some lightning and thunder in our area. What to expect on your way to school and work this morning? Coming up.
She was our angel, our princess. And please, feel our pain. I know you have a heart. Come forward.
Police have issued a picture of the truck they say hit a teenager, ultimately killing her. And this morning, the family is offering a reward for any information leading to an arrest.
And 2 candidates for the Muskogee County Sheriff's race are planning to appeal a ruling that disqualifies them from the race. Why the Board of Elections kicked them out, just ahead.
Thanks for joining us for News Leader 9 Morning on this April 1st. I'm Cheryl Renee.
I'm Chuck Leonard. Our time now, 6:31, and we'll begin with team coverage on this weather that is rumbling through the Chattahoochee Valley area.
News Leader 9's Brandon Seho is watching the roads and is in Phoenix City. But first, Greg is going to tell us what's going on right now.
We're continuing to watch just a good old-fashioned gully washer, as I used to call these. Showers and thunderstorms moving through the area with some torrential rains and occasional lightning out there. Going to go and zoom in a little bit closer here. You see some of the heavier rains coming through portions of Lee County, Russell County, and through Muskogee County right now, getting in on the action with some pretty good downpours. So please be careful as you head out on the roadways. As we take a look at the wider perspective here, we still have this tornado watch that's in effect until 7 o'clock. It might get extended out. We're waiting to see what the Storms Prediction Center are going to do. They're talking about potentially doing that. If not, this will expire at the top of the hour, as all of us remained under a flash flood watch until midnight tonight. Now, currently 71 degrees in Columbus, 73 in Eufaula, and 65 degrees in Auburn, as we're going to remain under that slight risk for severe weather for today, as we're anticipating more storms this afternoon and even heading into this evening before we finally clear out for the weekend. Air travel delays not only in Columbus a possibility, but also Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson. Currently 63 degrees up there, but no delays being reported so far. Now, right now, moms, it should start to drop off a little bit with the rain now falling into the middle to upper 60s with the showers and thunderstorms around. And then for this afternoon, still a yellow alert out there with showers and thunderstorms and temperatures in the middle 70s. Now, Brandon's out on the roads right now. He's out on 280 to give us a live report on conditions.
Good morning, Greg. That's right. Well, the conditions are wet. As you said, it's going to be raining throughout the morning and some possible thunderstorms in our area. Now, the rain has picked up in the past half hour. I'm heading towards Columbus now, or from Phoenix City here on 280 eastbound. We have seen cars going a little bit slower throughout the roadways. Now, of course, you hit a lot of lights through this area right here, so people are giving themselves a little bit extra room, which is what, us and AAA will suggest you to do. As you see cars, when they drive in front of you, you're going to see water pick up right in front of there. Now, we've seen a lot of lightning this morning and heard a lot of thunder. Not in the past few minutes, still looking for some right here, but speed limit you can see right here is 40 miles an hour. Most people going around 30 to kind of stay safe out here on these wet road conditions. I know these roads will pick up here in Phoenix City and in Columbus in the next few minutes and, over the next hour as people are getting to school and work. We want you to stay safe. So, of course, we're going to stay out here and check on the road conditions and keep you up to date with the very latest. Chuck and Cheryl, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Brandon. And you can follow severe weather on your phone by downloading the free News Leader 9 weather app. For updates sent directly to your phone, just text your county name to 40909. Coming up on Good Morning America, beginning at 7 Eastern, Steve Osunsami is live with what's next for people in the South after being hit with severe weather.
There is other news, 6:34, happening now in Columbus. Police say they need your help in finding this truck involved in a deadly hit and run. Take a look. Officers believe that this is the truck responsible for hitting 14-year-old Ari Phillips on Milton Road. She was struck Sunday night and died from her injuries 3 days later. The four-door pickup is described as either burgundy or crimson. It has damage to the front right fender, hood, and windshield. The truck also has chrome step rails and alloy wheels. The family is offering a $6,000 reward for information leading to an arrest.
It will mean so much to us. It will bring us so much joy and relief, because that's our word right now, that the person that has caused this to a 14-year-old child that was an honor roll student, honor society student, never disrespect anyone, that they would take that life and not give a care to even try to stop and help.
For another look at the truck, you can head to our website, wtvm.com, look on the home page. You'll also find the number to call if you know anything about it.
It is 6:35. New details from Americus this morning, where a man is dead after his car collided with an 18-wheeler. A specialized collision reconstruction team is determining if charges should be filed. It happened at the Sumter County intersection, District Line Road on Highway 49. 31-year-old Joseph Whitaker hit the back axle of the big rig after it turned in front of him. Whitaker was taken to the hospital where he died from his injuries.
The funeral is set for today for that soldier killed after his Jeep went over the Oglethorpe Bridge between Columbus and Phoenix City on Tuesday. Command Sergeant Major Thomas Morgan will be laid to rest at the Main Post Chapel at Fort Benning, 1:30 this afternoon. Morgan's Jeep went over the bridge Tuesday after officers say he was hit by an SUV that was trying to avoid a stalled car on the bridge.
We are learning more this morning about two Muskogee County Sheriff's candidates now out of the race. Pamela Brown and Robert Smith were disqualified for the position by the Columbus Board of Elections. It comes after confusion over fingerprints. All candidates for sheriff must have their prints taken by a certain date to ensure no felony charges. Elections Director Nancy Boren says both Smith and Brown did not get their prints in on time.
One of the candidates said that when they ran in 2012, they had their fingerprints on file and assumed that those fingerprints would suffice for the requirement of 2016.
Warren says Brown and Smith have stated they plan to appeal the board's decision to a Superior Court judge.
We are also learning this morning the details about how you can help keep your home value up in Columbus. During the What's Going On forum held last night at the Columbus Library, city leaders told people the best ways to address eyesores in their neighborhoods and communities like these seen on the screen. During the forum, leaders say people should take pictures of the homes, learn who the owner is, and try to gather as much information as possible about the property.
Be a part of the community, be a part of the solution. Call 311, report anything, whether it's a violation or not. Report it. Let us go out and investigate it and deal with it if it is in fact a violation.
Step in fixing the issue is demolishing the properties and convincing property owners to forfeit their rundown houses.
6:37 happening today. Columbus State University is holding its third annual Cougar-thon. The university is partnering with the Children's Miracle Network to raise money. The 12-hour dance-a-thon begins at 6 tonight at the Student Recreation Center on CSU's main campus. All donations from the event go straight to CMN and are tax deductible.
Also happening today, the Auburn University War Eagle Battalion is celebrating 100 years. Auburn cadets are holding the military ball starting at 5:30 this afternoon at the Opelika Event Center. An honor ceremony will begin shortly after. The Auburn ROTC has produced more than 8,000 commissioned officers over the last century.
We are learning new details about an initiative set forth by Phoenix City Mayor Eddie Lowe. He announced that he and other city leaders will be at the amphitheater on April 9th giving out free hot dogs and Cokes to anyone who comes by. The mayor says they're doing it simply as an act of kindness.
In today's environment, you can't have act of kindness too much right now. You have to show people you love them without ulterior motives, with sincerity, and that's what we're trying to do.
City leaders are calling this their first Compassion Day, and they intend to do it yearly.
Well, let's show you what's happening outside. Brandon's at a stoplight. And as you can see, the rain is coming down pretty heavily this morning. Will it have a major impact on your drive in today?
You're looking at a live picture from Phoenix City where you can see the roads are wet, and Greg is standing by with a look at how the roads are looking everywhere.
Yeah, we're watching. It's definitely slowing down all across the area thanks to the heavy rain. I was seeing the orange light up here briefly here on 185 heading down toward Smith Road, but there's a vehicle off toward the side if you're heading northbound on there, so watch out for that as you're driving into town, or if you're heading up toward Atlanta for right now. Looking right now at the current conditions, they're really slowing down on 185 as well as the North Bypass. Everybody's slowing down because of the heavy rain, as well as through 280 and through Phoenix City. No accidents. That's the good news so far this morning. Folks are behaving themselves and slowing down a little bit, and we'll try to keep you accident-free as best we can this morning. As we're dealing with a lot of heavy rain moving in across the entire valley, stretching back over to Auburn, Union Springs, and eventually be getting in down toward the south as well. So watch out for these thunderstorms as they move on in. Currently, we've been warming up this morning up to 71. We were at 65 at, say, about 4 or 5 o'clock this morning, but temperatures have come up with some warm air kind of feeding those thunderstorms. So the good chance of rain continues all day for today. 72 in Auburn, 78 in LaGrange, 73 in Americus, 74 in Eufaula, and 76 degrees here in Columbus. When we come back next, we'll talk about when we think those storms will finally come to an end, and we'll also take a look at the weekend.
And in addition, pictures with the McDonald's WTVM Birthday Club in a moment.
Plus, Auburn University is giving us a look into a new virtual training system. We'll show you coming up.
Currently, though, a look at the trending online stories. Here's ABC News with the Tech Bites segment.
Well, hey there, today's Tech Bites, a serious upgrade to Siri.
Apple's personal assistant can now better respond to statements like, I was raped and I'm being abused. A recent study showed responses were lacking. Now, Siri responds with a link to the National Sexual Assault Hotline.
And this milestone from Apple, it's been exactly 40 years since two self-proclaimed nerds met in a garage and built a computer that would completely reshape our world.
That was the Apple I, which led to the creation of the world's largest corporation, Apple Inc., and all the gadgets that have followed. And we now know what the Tesla Model 3 looks like and what the $35,000 ride can do, 0 to 60 in less than 6 seconds.
The Model 3 includes the autopilot accident avoidance feature found in other models, and supercharging will be standard.
But we gotta wait until next year.
And get an extension cord.
Those are your Tech Bites.
The day after chemo, you could be home with your support system. Here, here, and here with Neulasta Onpro.
Strong chemo can put you at risk for infection. In a key study, Neulasta reduced the risk of infection from 17% to 1%, a 94% decrease. Apply the day of chemo. Neulasta Onpro is designed to automatically deliver Neulasta the next day without returning to the doctor just for a Neulasta shot. Neulasta is for certain cancer patients receiving strong chemotherapy. Do not take Neulasta if you're allergic to Neulasta or Neupogen, filgrastim. Ruptured spleens, sometimes fatal, as well as serious lung problems, allergic reactions, kidney injuries, and capillary leak syndrome have occurred. Report abdominal or shoulder tip pain, trouble breathing, or allergic reactions to your doctor right away. In patients with sickle cell disorders, serious, sometimes fatal crises can occur. The most common side effect is bone and muscle ache.
Talk to your doctor about Neulasta Onpro.
All right, so you want me to get in there and you're gonna cover me with what? Okay, people. It's about to get freaky.
Loaded fries, now featuring country fries with gravy and bacon.
Shum the whole hum.
As a mom, I want the best for my family. But in the kitchen, it can be tough. Finding healthy food that they actually enjoy isn't always easy. That's why I use Springer Mountain Farms chicken. It's raised to American Humane Certified standard, so it's 100% natural and has 0 additives. So if you're looking for a healthy, delicious option for your family, try Springer Mountain Farms. They'll love it.
Springer Mountain Farms chicken. Ask for it at your local grocery.
Wild Bill's Party Shop goes great with life. Life is made of moments, it's just different in its way. Some are just fantastic, some are plain old everyday. This is your life. Shop goes great with life.
Watch Simply Southern, Sunday morning at 7:30.
When severe weather threatens, trust the team. Trust the technology. Always working to keep you safe.
Our promise to you, we'll use every tool to keep you and your family safe.
Working around the clock to warn you of severe weather first. WTVM Storm Team 9. On air, on mobile, and on social. Accurate coverage you can count on.
Are they the unluckiest family in the world? Tragedy after tragedy.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
Or is there a murderer in the house?
Thank you.
A family mystery, bizarre clues, and the most shocking discovery of all.
What's wrong with these people?
2020, tonight on ABC.
Attention! This is an important medical alert for anyone who has taken Xarelto or Pradaxa. If you or a loved one took the blood thinner medication Xarelto or Pradaxa and then hospitalized for internal bleeding, call the Sentinel Group today. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious, even fatal internal bleeding. If you suffered a stroke, heart attack, or serious internal bleeding, or if a loved one died after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call the Sentinel Group today.
Please call 800-361-2507.
Hi, everyone. I'm Paula Ferris. Join WTVM News Leader 9 for the up-to-the-minute news and weather Saturday starting at 7. And then stay tuned for Good Morning America.
What is that?
It's the lunch bell.
I thought it was the dinner bell.
Nope. That's the dinner bell.
Oh, great. Try the new country fried steak crystal or chick combo.
Shun the whole hog.
News Leader 9 is sponsored by Forrest P. Johnson and Associates. Car wreck? Get a check.
It is 6:46 now. Auburn University is offering its students virtual reality system training. Dr. Nels Madsen and his team are considered pioneers in motion capture 3D imaging for video games, Hollywood blockbusters, and military training. The new system, called Dauntless, allows trainees to work through simulated missions in teams. We're told it's about as real as you can get without the danger.
It does provide a multi-sensory environment. You're not only seeing what's happening, you're hearing what's around you, and in this case, even feeling what's going on. And you put all those things together, it really enhances that sense of immersion that the subject feels in the situation and really makes it feel like the real thing.
Dauntless is a step up from VertSim, the company's previous simulation system, which is now being used by the FBI. Dauntless trainees wear wide field of view headsets. They carry weapons while engaging within a variety of virtual venues. The system administers muscle stimulation, simulating injuries like a gunshot wound.
Parts of South Georgia are proactive when it comes to preparing for severe weather, with 5 inches of rain possible in some parts over the next day or two. Many communities spent yesterday working to head off problems. The Worth County EMA and Sylvester Fire Department were out making sure ditches and drains were clear of debris. They also checked in with people who live in flood-prone areas. This morning, we're taking a look at the storm effects in Fayette County, Alabama. One driver was driving along State Highway 96 when she came up on a huge tree that fell over the road. She says she had no choice but to swerve off the side, which caused her car to fall into a ditch. She says she's still shaken from the incident, but very thankful things didn't turn out worse.
Yes, I'm glad. Thank you, Jesus. I prayed myself through that one.
Well, thankfully, she walked away with minor injuries.
Anyone can handle a ditch. It's a cliff. You don't want to go off a cliff when something like that happens, right?
Definitely so.
Glad to know she wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
6:48. Let's check out our weather now and what's ahead today. Greg?
Folks, just need to be careful out there as we're looking at your severe weather matrix here as we're breaking it down. The tornado risk really stays low for this morning. We still got a tornado watch that's in effect till 7 o'clock. I'll show you that here in a second. But the main threat continues to be some very heavy rains and occasionally gusty winds, a possibility continuing into this afternoon and into this evening with another round of weather still possible. Here's where the current watch box is currently sitting across portions of east central Alabama and west central Georgia. And I'll say, judging Judging what I'm seeing right now, I would be highly unlikely that they'll extend this, at least based off what I'm seeing so far. That we'll know for sure here in a few more minutes if they extend it, but I don't think so. Just looking at the radar picture, just not really seeing anything out there that would be conducive for them to continue that possibility. But regardless of that, you're going to continue to see some very heavy rains falling across the valley for the entire rush hour, the way this thing is shaping up. And we're starting to see a little bit of training taking place where the rains continue to fall over the same ground. Chattahoochee River has come up 2.5 feet. They've opened up the dam, and not quite to trigger yet to a flood advisory along the river yet, but it is coming up, sitting at about 23.5 feet now. So look at all the heavy rain, occasional lightning. This will continue forward this morning, so please give yourself a little extra time as you're getting on the roadway. Just about everybody remains under that slight risk for severe weather. That'll continue into this evening as we'll be tracking a couple of impulses coming at us. We have dropped back down to 68 degrees here in Columbus as we're continuing pretty mild. The cold front still back this way. Notice it's 54 degrees over into Tupelo. So as we go ahead and take a look at what we're expecting with the forecast here, as we watch for this area of low pressure and cold front to move on out, we'll see an improving situation with cooler temperatures for the weekend. So here goes round one of rain. We get another round coming in for this afternoon, and then we'll get some more coming in for this evening. Notice by midnight, some storms coming on in, and then eventually clearing it on out. Will look pretty good for Saturday and Sunday, looking pretty good. And that should continue right into next week, although temperatures will be running a bit below average as we go into early next week. Rainfall totals throwing on top of what we've already seen, another 1 to 3 inches of rain. So again, localized flooding, not out of the question. Here we go with the rest of your 909 forecast. Rain should be ending early Saturday morning. Sunday looking pretty good, and another round of rain possible heading into Thursday of next week.
All right, thanks, Greg. 10 before the hour, we've made it to the end of the work week.
Let us see what is going on with this week's Event Zone.
Today is the Columbus First Friday Art Walk. It starts at 4:30 this afternoon and will run until 10 o'clock tonight through Uptown. The event is free and open to the public.
Tomorrow is the 19th annual Bama Bash. It will take place at the East Alabama Motor Speedway. The 60-lap competition will begin at 6 p.m.
Also tomorrow is the second annual Strut the Hooch Comic Parade. This is where the Valley's wackiest citizens come out to entertain on Broadway in Columbus. It starts at 9:30 in the morning.
We'll see some strutting, huh? All right, time for the McDonald's WTVM Birthday Club now. We show you these about 10 minutes before the hour.
If your picture is shown today, you receive a gift card for one free ice cream sundae redeemable at McDonald's. All you have to do is strut down to our studios on Winton Road within 15 days and show a valid ID.
You can strut to your computer right now and email the pictures if you want to submit a birthday photo. Don't forget to include the full name, age, and birth date. We cannot guarantee that a picture will air for less than 7 business days in advance.
All right, let's take a look at those celebrating another year today and tomorrow.
And happy to be strutting.
I'm Lance Brooks from Vance Brooks Funeral Home. As a veteran, you're eligible for a wide range of burial benefits. Let us help you save on expenses.
Serving those who served for us.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for your location.
With the Storm Team 9 weather app, you have the local advantage.
This weather app takes keeping your family safe to a whole new level.
The News Leader 9 weather team stays with you and keeps you ready for the next warning. Local alerts for you from local meteorologists. Outsmart the storm with the free Storm Team 9 weather app. Text weather app to 40909 or search WTVM weather in your app store.
Hi, I'm Lori McMurray. Nobody does low prices like McMurray Furniture. Take a look.
Over 100 mattress sets in stock starting at just $149. Over 100 made in the USA recliners in stock starting at just $299. How about the 7-piece Queen of full-size bedroom collection with a deluxe mattress set starting at just $899.
Nobody does it like McMurray Furniture. Your best prices, your best selection, and your best service.
McMurray Furniture. Oh, what a great idea.
Big news from Beverly Hills. Celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Orton has discovered an anti-aging breakthrough called Fill and Freeze. And he's giving away 1 million bottles free.
Wow, I'm young again. I don't feel like an old lady. Lines are gone.
It definitely took 10 years off. If I went to a dermatologist here in the city, I would pay $400 for this.
I've spent nearly 30 years looking for an effective, instant breakthrough to reduce the appearance of wrinkles, and I finally found it with Derm Exclusives Fill-In Freeze.
This instant wrinkle-removing miracle sells for $60, but get yours now for only $39.95, and will include a second tube free. Dr. Orden will even include these 3 anti-aging bonus treatments, a $200 value free. But you must call to order. Call 1-800-735-1731. That's 1-800-735-1731. Order now.
Enthused, inspired, empowered, confident. Let these keys drive your next career move. WTVM News Leader 9 is looking for high-energy individuals who enjoy working with people. A reliable team player with great communication skills. If you have experience selling direct to decision makers with the ability to create stunning presentations, we want to talk to you. Qualified applicants apply online now at WTVM.com. Click the About Us tab, then click WTVM Jobs.
We're powered by you. We're CTV. Beaming East Alabama more.
Only at CTV can you get up to 50 megs of Beam Internet for streaming, gaming, and more. With specials starting at just $39.99. Call 334-298-7000 for video bundles or go online today.
Every day, we're powered by you.
Watch Fix It and Finish It today at 10:30 on WTVM.
I got some breaking weather news for you folks. We've got a tornado warning that's now been issued for Taylor County. This one goes until 7:30 this morning. It's northeastern Taylor County, Crawford County, Peach County, which are kind of out of our area, but just to the east of Butler. The storm's moving east at some 50 miles per hour. If you're in that area, you need to take immediate shelter at this time, as we're looking at the possibility it's a radar indicated tornado in this area moving east at some 50 miles per hour. It'll go until 7:30 this morning. Let me go ahead and switch over to velocity mode here so I can take a look at this storm and dissect it for you. We'll probably delay going into Good Morning America until I feel we're clear on this. So again, this is what we're looking at right now as we're looking at a strong rotation being seen in here. I'm going to go ahead and loop this real quick, as it's kind of a broad circulation, but it's definitely picking up right in here. Let me highlight this for you so you can see. Kind of rotating right in through here, coming right around the other side of Butler right now, as we're seeing some broad rotation sitting right in that location. Again, this is on the far eastern side of Butler. It looks like it should stay to the north of you folks there in Reynolds, but if you are in Reynolds right now, highly advisable that you go ahead and take immediate shelter right now. When we talk about shelters, we talk about you taking to the lowest floor of your home. You want to make sure that you put as many walls between you and the outside. That's what you want to do.